We'll move on swiftly to. We'll quickly go through this game. The Dolphins beat the Panthers. Next, we've then got the. I mean, do you want to
What's
talk
the
about
score?
it? 33-10. 33-10.
Well, the simple question has to be: we could try and keep it short and sweet. What went wrong?
Better question would be. That's a long question. The better question is what went right. Cam Newton connected with DJ Moore for a 64-yarder. And yeah, that was it. Matt Rule's somehow still in the job. McCaffrey's now out for the season. As I've suggested, we need to trade him for Deshaun Watson. Throw a few picks in, take him. He's not needed anymore at the Panthers. We've got plenty of other options. He's not good enough. He's made of glass, so he needs to also go. Matt Rule, I don't even know why he's still here. He needs to go. He's getting out coached. Brian Flores, I can accept because he's actually decent, but to get out coached last week by Ron Rivera is an absolute disgrace. So Matt Rule needs to go as quickly as possible. Get Joe Brady to defense coordinator. Might as well put him in as a head coach. Cam Newton, I actually felt quite sorry for him. It got to that point where he got the rushing touchdown. You think, okay, this could, here we go. The defense didn't make the right plays. We can carry on or sustain any drives whatsoever. Turnovers cost us massively. The punt, the guy, I can't remember what his name is, Colton or whatever it is, he's out of 400 punts, he's had 2 blocked and return for touchdowns, both against the Dolphins. And it's just like stats like that you just can't make up. And it's just like, what's the point? PJ Walker there come in. We've got one of the worst O-lines in the NFL, I think. It's been the exact same for the past 5 years, 6 years. The one year we had a good O-line, we made it to the Super Bowl. So that's the difference. Good news, though, Dante Jackson is now on IR as well. So he's made 2 interceptions this season, which is horrendous for a starter out of, 12, 14 games, not 12 games. So and what I did like on the news of him getting put on IR, it says he's an unrestricted free agent in the summer, which means that he's on IR for a groin injury and he's off.
Yeah, that was his last game for the Panthers, basically.
hopefully it's McCaffrey's as well.
Yeah. So just quickly, as they were trying and keep it to
trying,
because it sounds like it's basically Panthers' funeral. Miami point of view, it was a performance there to be encouraged by.
They're not.
Do they not have to do much then? Is it a case?
No, I think
33-10 is convincing, no matter how you look at it.
All they needed to do was put pressure on our passing game, and that was it. And they did exactly that. Cam Newton had, I think he had an average of 2.1 seconds to make a throw. Before your pocket collapses, what can you do in 2 seconds? That's why a lot of them were rushed, and that's why he was 5 for 21, 2 interceptions. So, yeah. But no, fair play to the Dolphins. They took advantage of a poorly coached Carolina Panthers team. And I'm looking.
And I felt a defense that was making the odd sack, right? So for Brian Burns onto her, but ultimately I thought defensively, coach-wise, had to be questioned because I think that personnel should be able to handle what Miami had to offer. Yeah, they kept, like say, Kazicki fairly quiet, but I thought it was pretty predictable what they were going to do in the end. Tua was going to drop back and try and find Jalen Waddle. And the cornerbacks and safeties just didn't deal with him. He was his best numbers by far as a Dolphins receiver, but as a rookie, compared to the experience of the Panthers defense, they should have done a lot better. And I think that was a big difference, weren't it? Was that Tua was able to make them throws regularly, and Cam, yes, he had a dreadful day, and the rest of the NFL media has covered that, but was able to do that once for DJ Moore, and that was it.
Yeah, exactly that, and that's why Dante Jackson will not ever play for us ever again. And Cam Newton also, I will say, had the lowest quarterback percentage since a Lions quarterback in 2004, Joey.
Yeah, it's lowest passer rating as well at one point, weren't it? At one point it was 5, weren't it?
It's one of the lowest in NFL history. Anyway, enough about my depressing